Tim Goring here, making luck with Sandler, talking about Sandler Rule number 35. If the salesperson is talking, the buyer isn't buying. So the prospect who is listening really is no prospect at all. In other words, you got people that sit there and they nod their head like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and they even give you the yeses. Why is this a bad thing? Right? And what happens is when we get that positive reinforcement, we stick to our kind of our show up and throw up kind of business plan. And that just doesn't work. Right. So the idea here is I want to get them talking. And that way they won't be resisting. If they're talking and I'm not resisting, we're having a conversation. And I want to avoid just asking a bunch of questions, which can turn it into an interrogation instead of a conversation. So the rule is I want them talking 70% of the time, and I want to be talking 30% of the time. So imagine a 100-minute meeting. That means they're talking 70 of those minutes. So with those 30 remaining minutes, what am I doing? That means I've got to be prepared with my questions. And when I ask a question, I've got to listen to the answer and maybe even question the answer, which keeps it going. Because sometimes when you ask somebody a question, they feel pinned down. So they just kind of answer off the cuff. If you question the answer that they give you, then oftentimes what they'll do is justify why they answered that way. So using transactional analysis, go to that nurturing parent, acknowledge the answer that they gave you, and then ask another meaningful question about it. Now, I don't say this is easy. What I'm saying is you got to prepare these ahead of time. You've got to acknowledge what they're saying and you got to dig in. You got to be curious or skeptical, but both of those will keep you alive. Make it a great day.